Welcome back to my channel. In this video, we are going to look at subject and verb agreement rule. This is a very important SAT writing rule. Now, the reason I'm saying it's very important is because no matter what sentence you take, a sentence cannot exist without a subject and a verb. Yes, you definitely need them. Now, so what's a subject basically? We know that verbs are actions, anything that is being done, or any action is verb. Yes, but what's a subject? Subject is anything that we talk about. Now it could be any really thing, it could be noun, and it could also be the reference to noun. So basically the subjects are noun, pronoun, gerunds, and infinitives. If you do not know what's gerund and infinitive, that's absolutely okay. What you need to know is verbs. When it go with ing, it becomes gerund, and when verbs go with to, it becomes infinitive. For example, if you look at this, if I say walk is a verb, but when I say walking is good for health. So what am I really talking about here? Walk. Walk is the action. But when you say walking is good for health, it becomes your subject, which is gerund. Or if I say to work is good for health. So what did I basically do here? I'm talking about to work. So verb can become your subject. Noun, anything in this world is noun. If you say people, children, chair, walker, phone, anything that you see around, even the things that you don't see around are noun. Like discipline, that's noun. Knowledge, that's noun. So all of those are noun. We'll discuss nouns in more details, and pronouns also in more detail. Pronoun is anything that is referring back to noun. No? He, she, it, they, do, um, uh, these, some, many, none, all these words, they are pronouns. Now, the rule subject and verb agreement. What does the rule say? Rule is very simple, basically. It simply says that no singular subject has to be placed with singular verb, and then plural subject has to be placed with plural verb. That's the simple rule. What you have to remember, a lot of students forget this. I mean, especially on the test, you forget is that any verb that carry S is singular. Now, not all, but most of the verbs that carry S. Yes, subject that carry S, plural, but verbs that carry S, singular. So if I say chairs, tables, phones, no, all the people, sorry, people don't have peoples, that's a different word altogether, but girls, boys, children, children is again another word. So you see what am I doing here? I'm putting certain other words which cannot be used with S, and that's what SAT does. Instead of, so you will keep on reading boys, girls, everywhere S, and then suddenly children, and then you might tend to forget that children itself is plural. So the verb that you're looking for is still plural, because plural verb will require a plural subject. So you have to be very attentive while you do the test. You have to look at every word, scan every word that is underlined. Okay, and sometimes the things that are not underlined but refer back to. You have to be very particular about it. So remember, verbs with S are singular. Things like she eats, they eat. We know that they will always go with eat. Eat is plural, and she eats. Eats is singular. But even words like dances, teaches, plays, sleeps, these are common verbs. But I've seen students making mistake in verbs like requires, informs. These are also verbs, but not very common. So when you see S, you're like, oh yeah, that's plural. You will see this happening. Even right now, if you feel that no, it will never happen with me, you will see that happening in questions, because that's how SAT traps you. So remember, verbs with S are singular. We'll go into more details when we start doing some questions. Yeah. Now, so we know that noun, pronoun, gerund, infinitive, these are basically my subjects. You may be sometimes tested on a phrase. So remember something very simple. Gerunds, infinitives, or phrases. If they are your subjects, you're always looking for a singular verb. Simple definition. Yeah? With nouns and pronouns, it keeps changing. So I'm going to discuss that further. But with gerunds, infinitives, phrases, always a singular verb you're going to look at. So identify, oh, gerund is my subject. Where is my verb? Is it singular? Yes. Correct? No. just omit that option, eliminate that option. Okay. Now, let's see some subjects that are always singular. If we see these subjects in the test, we will look for a verb that is singular. So, singular subjects and some plural subject. Any noun that follows a, an, or if you have a one attached to it, like no one, someone, will be singular. A football, an idea, one time. Or if you have collective noun, be very careful about collective noun. So what happens in collective noun is basically because it's a collection of something, a lot of things together, grouping of something. So when you have a group and you name that group, no matter how many people are inside that group, your collection is singular. Yes, but this is tricky. It can get plural also. I'll tell you how. So if you see the chain of mountains, the word is chain of mountains. So even if I see the word mountains over here, it doesn't mean that this is plural. So the chain of mountains are beautiful, incorrect. Mountains are beautiful, correct. But if you say the chain, so you're not saying that this is a mountain and it's so beautiful. You're saying all these mountains together, they look beautiful. So the chain looks beautiful. So you're looking for a singular verb. The chain of mountain is amazing. Okay. Now let's look at words like team, audience. So all audience have multiple people. You will not have one person. Or team will never have one person. You will have multiple players playing. Look at this example. Team of 5 boys is going to win. Teams of 5 boys are going to win. You're still using the word team, but you can make the word team itself plural. So you say teams. The moment you say teams, you're going to use are. So I'm not going to say boys are going to win. Yes, because boys are not winning. Team is winning in this case. Team of 5 boys is going to win, not are going to win. This is something that sounds correct to many people when they say are and they ignore the word team, and that's one of the way again city can trap you. Yeah. So team of 5 boys is, teams of 5 boys are. Okay. So collective noun, they're singular, but subject to if the collective itself is not plural. Next, singular, the number of. So now look at it this way. When you say the number and a number, usually anything with a, as I said over here, is singular, except the word number, because number itself means a lot. So when you say a number of, that means something is a lot of. Or when you say the number of, you're saying that it is specific. No, this much is what we're talking about. So the number of anything is singular, but a number of anything is plural. Countries. So I stay in United Arab Emirates. Emirates, it ends with S, but that doesn't mean it's plural. The Philippines, the Netherlands, the United States of America. So, or let's say, forget America, the United States. So when you say states, it ends with S, but that doesn't mean it's plural. It's always singular. Okay. Next, each, every, any, and the word none. They are always singular no matter what happens after that. Okay, you will see certain questions in this video later where I will tell you why each or how SAT traps you with certain of such words. All the words ending with one, thing, or body, like everyone, if something, or nobody, are always singular. So if this is your subject, any of this is your subject, you're looking for a singular verb. Now don't confuse it with if this exists in the sentence, the word each exists in the sentence, but that's not your subject. Then you're not looking for the corresponding verb to become singular. Okay, so if they are your subject of the sentence, then the verb corresponding to this subject is going to be singular. Yes, let's look at the plural subjects now. Anything that uses and will become plural. So like in the previous one, I said Lily and Sarah. So it became plural. Although Lily is singular, Sarah is singular. When you say and, you club them, it becomes plural. Yes. In this case, remember, this is very, very important. If you're making notes somewhere, please write it. Words like as well as, words like together with, or along with. If you use these kind of words instead of and, then the sentence is not plural. Okay, this is a little tricky. Sometimes people forget. If you're using these words, your sentence is not becoming plural. So when you say Lily and Sarah are going to the party, you're saying are because of and. If you say Lily as well as Sarah are going to the party, it will be incorrect. You will have to say Lily as well as Sarah is going to the party. Doesn't sound good, but that's how you correctly use it. Okay, so these words do not make your subject plural. Okay, next, we've already discussed a number of a singular. Any subject that begin with all or most or words like some, no matter how less the quantity is, are plural. Okay, easy. If there is any point where you feel you want to repeat, please go back a few seconds and listen to this again. Okay, let's go further. Let's try a few questions now. Yeah. Here. Jimmy and Lily, what do you think? Is or are? No longer matchmates. And is the connecting word, and makes the subject plural. So are is the correct one here. Ricky, in addition to Susie, Carl, and Rebecca, is or are going to beach. Remember I said and makes it plural. In addition to does not make it plural. So I'm still talking about something singular. Ricky is going to. Okay. Neither and nor. This is a very tricky question. When you see the word nor, wherever you see, be it neither nor, be it either and nor, remember that this is your SAT, this is not spoken English. So whatever comes after nor, make it your subject. Very simple, just make it your subject and select the verb accordingly. So if this subject, forget Jack, if this subject is plural, if it is friends, choose are. If this subject says neither Jack nor his friend, choose is. Okay, so based on whatever comes here, you're choosing the answer. Every one of the golf balls have or has. Now you see we're talking about golf balls, that's the noun, but we use the word everyone before that. Every one of the. So now has is singular, have is plural, if in case you did not know that. Has is singular, and because everyone is my subject, which is a singular subject, you'll have to use has, not have. Yes, even though we're talking about balls, but we said individual balls. We're not saying all the balls together. Yeah. So if I say all the golf balls have, if I use all, then I use have. But because I'm using one, I use has. Okay. Careful about this in SAT. Next, the chain of mountains that I can see from here. So mountains are beautiful or chain is beautiful? Ask yourself. Chain is beautiful, and that's why is the correct answer. Next, every dog has paws or have paws. It's every singular. So dogs have paws, but every dog has paws. Okay. Next, the number, a number. So remember we did it a few seconds ago. The number of hardworking students, so number is very specific, and that's why we'll say is few. A number, so I don't know how many number, lots of people. A number of hardworking students are few. All right. And if there's any problem here, please stop, go back, and then listen to it again. Now we are moving to the questions. So let's see how are subject verb questions. You will not be given a sentence only. The sentence will always be related to the passage, but not all the time you have to read the passage. You will read the passage if you're down to two and you don't know which one to choose. So you, in order to take the clue from the passage, you will go there. Okay. Let's see. Since 1929, the number of telegrams delivered annually have decreased from 200 million to something else. Something have decreased. So the moment you see that the verb is underlined, how do you look at the question? You see, oh, there's a verb. Look for the subject. Ask yourself, where is the subject? Yes, or a verb tense error, but verb tense is a completely different video. Yeah, so you can look into the verb tense video for that. Now, you see here I said have. Have is plural. So with any plural verb, we are looking for a plural subject. Now let's see where is that plural subject. Since 1929, the number of telegrams. Are we talking about telegrams? Telegrams decreased or the number decreased? Number decreased, right? And the number is singular. So can you choose have? No. Easy. So see, these two options you don't have to read, A and B. You can simply say these two are out. Let's read these two. Has decreased from 200 million, has been reduced from this. Now, one trick, when you have two options and both look correct to you, the conciser one is to be chosen. Okay, if both are grammatically correct, it's not a rule, it's just a trick. In this question, if that doesn't work for you, look at it. Has been reduced from this much million down to. If you're already saying reduced, why are you saying down? It's like multiple words to convey the same meaning, which is wrong. You don't have to be redundant on SAT. It has to be information given only once. We can be redundant in spoken English. Like when I explain in all these videos, all the questions, I repeat the information so that it registers in every student's mind. But that's not what SAT likes. So we don't do it on the test. And hence, C is the correct answer. We don't want reduced and down twice. Yeah. Next question. So I have said this earlier also in other videos that anytime you feel this is where I have learned everything, please pause the video, solve the question yourself, and then see the explanation. Okay. Let's see if you've already done question number 2 and what you've chosen there. Analysis of whale sounds provide evidence that animals other than humans use a fixed format of communication. So, provide, it's word, it's a verb. Provide is a verb, and you have provide and provides split. So you see 4 words of these 4 options. One is provide, the other is provides. Again provide, again provides. So 2 options can be eliminated and 2 options will be left. What provide or provides evidence? Analysis of whale sounds. So is sound providing something or analysis providing something? You ask yourself this first. Analysis is providing something, right? So analysis of whale sounds provide or provides. Analysis is singular or plural. It ends with S, but it's still singular because you don't have multiple analysis. Yeah, you can, but analysis is singular. So analysis of whale sounds provides. Yeah, verbs with S are singular. So this go away, this go away. Verbs with S are singular, this B and D stays. Now, analysis of whale sounds provides evidence that animals other than humans, that animal other than a human. So in B, I'm saying animals other than humans, and in D, I'm saying one animal and one human use a fixed format of communication. So am I analyzing like one animal and one human? No, right? Meaning incorrect. So between B and D, grammatically, okay, that's fine, but meaning problem with D. And that's why B is the correct answer. Provides evidence that animals other than humans use a fixed format of communication. Okay, so that was subject and verb agreement for you. Please like and subscribe my video, and you can move on to another grammar rule in the next video. All right, see you.